Let me ask you something, friend. Have you ever started the day with the best of intentions, and by mid-afternoon, your belly feels like it's doubled in size? Even on days where you've hardly eaten anything, you're exhausted, your waistband is digging in. You glance in the mirror and you think, did I eat that much, or is something seriously wrong with my body? If you're nodding along, you are not imagining things and you are not crazy, and definitely you're not alone. This is a specific midlife hormone phenomenon. Tricky to say. Hi, I'm Louise McKenzie, founder of Healthy Lifestyle Transformations, and I help busy, successful women like you with demanding full-time jobs, rebalance hormones, ditch the energy crashes of midlife, torch that belly fat, and lose weight for good, and all without crash diets, extreme cardio, or confusion. And today I'm going to walk you through why menopause-related bloating actually happens. And as I said, you're not crazy. And what's worked for me after having 7 kids and hitting perimenopause. And I want you to know, this is the most important thing. I want you to know right now that this is totally, totally fixable. Okay. And it doesn't mean, and this is the best part, it doesn't mean giving up your favorite foods or doing some crazy overhauling of your life. But before I break it down, if you're really suffering right now with overwhelming, ongoing physical, emotional, and mental costs from perimenopause and menopause challenges, I encourage you to get comfort and help right now and go and watch my midlife, and it's free, all free, midlife vitality blueprint workshop. This is no fluff, ladies, no filler workshop. It's a precise plan to follow, and it's packed with science-backed strategies that help me come out of literally a complete hormonal breakdown and go from being exhausted and bloated to fitter at 34, which I am right now, than I was in my 20s, and it without starving, without hours in the gym, without cardio craziness. Okay, so just to let you know, all right, it's free and the link is down below. Okay, let's dive in. Let me just take you back to the day that really completely was my turning point. My day unraveled. I was 43. I was running from client meeting to client meeting. I was doing my school pickups and I was squeezing into my trousers that had only just a week before fitted perfectly well, by the way. And I remember standing in the grocery aisle of Publix. That's where I am in Florida right now. And I was grabbing some almond milk. And so I was trying to do all the healthy things. And out of nowhere, the bloating hit me so hard. I thought something was seriously wrong. My tummy hurt. It was just bloated. And this was after me not having any junk food, no big meals. I'd eaten all clean all day. And honestly, I looked like I'd gone back to being 6 months pregnant. And I started to really blame myself. Like, is it the carbs? Am I eating too much? Why am I so puffy all the time? I'm so frustrated. Um, but here's the truth. It really wasn't about willpower. It was really about changing the inside of my body. And because things are actually going on inside you, ladies, you are not crazy. Perimenopause and menopause, they are totally 100% hormonally based. It's not aging. It literally is a hormonal shift. Okay. And it really does mess with your gut. So with that being said, what's really going on as you enter the perimenopause stage, your levels of estrogen and progesterone begin to shift. And as I said, no one freaking warns you about this, right? No one freaking warns you about what it does to affect your gut. But lower estrogen slows down your digestion. Lower progesterone leads to water retention and bloating. And on top of that, with all of everything that's going on in our life, because we're so busy, we're juggling, we're trying to bring our A game, stress, hello, cortisol, that impacts our gut and it makes it really, really inflamed because your gut microbiomes, they shift. And so your digestion slows down and everything feels not normal. And even worse, even worse is that you're probably doing everything you can right now. You're probably doing everything right with the foods you're eating and whatnot. But unknowingly, just by the way you're eating, that could be what's triggering more of the bloating and the belly fat storage. That is exactly what happened to me. But I'm going to tell you now, there are super, super, super simple fixes. All right. So let's go through them. So here's one of the simplest, most powerful changes that I made. I mean, literally, it changed everything for me. And that was simply to eat my foods in the right order, which is the secret is your veggies, so your fiber first, then your protein and healthy fats second, and then your starches or sweets last. And the reason for this is because when we eat those vegetables, that fiber, it acts like a mesh in your gut. And that means that it slows down absorption of sugars as you're digesting your meal. And so it doesn't spike your blood sugar levels. And the spike of the crash cycle, spike crash, that's what triggers cravings, more cravings in the future. And it triggers your cortisol and berry storage because literally it's changing the DNA in your body. And the consequences of this are horrible. Anyway, that's a video for another day because I could get really passionate about this. So the point is, I just want to make sure today you get those quick fixes to start with. But I want you to start every meal that you can with some type of veggies, like little veggies. Even if you just grab them out of the bag and eat them, sauce them, whatever. There's any vegetable, okay, raw, fermented, cooked. Just get some veggies in you, all right? Even if it's just a few bites, all right? I always have now, I'm obsessed with having some sauerkraut, maybe some roasted broccoli. I just grab spinach from the fridge. And oh my God, it has totally changed my life. It really, really has. And I will tell you, initially, don't overdo it. You don't want to just go straight in if your gut microbiome isn't prepared for it. So just start small bites, especially with the sauerkraut. I mean, my husband turns out has a histamine allergies too much of the vinegar in the sauerkraut. So, just be aware of that. But honestly, it will change your life. All right. For me, it meant less bloat. I had more energy. And as I said, it literally radically dropped my cravings. I really want you to try it. And guys, this is I say guys, it's ladies, but I really want you as a community to experience this and get this freedom. We all deserve it. We are, as ladies with perimenopause and menopause, it's been, hasn't been properly addressed. So I want this to be a community. Please put your comments below. Let us know how it works for you or any other tips you have for me and my ladies. All right. Anyway, so the next thing, the next fix that I got into, and honestly, this is one that so many weight loss programs they really miss. And that is if your gut wants sugar and starch, okay, your brain will keep pushing you to eat it no matter how much willpower you have. So you really have to lean into your gut and stop fighting it and rewiring it. And that doesn't mean that, yes, that's go and eat a load of sugary stuff. It's just simply you need to incorporate into your life with every single meal that you can an omega fat like a chia seeds, flax seeds, like a walnut, fish oil. For that, we're just talking about a thumb amount of that, so don't worry, you're not going to put on those away from the calories, just a thumb. That will keep you feeling comfortable, that you're not overdoing it, but it will get that omega-3 in. And then the next thing is with every meal is to have protein, okay? Protein from whether it's fish, eggs, lean meats, or plant. I'm actually vegetarian, so I'm massive with tofu and eggs. Those are my favorite go-tos. Of course, you can have other things like lentils and whatnot. But yes, make sure that you have a portion of that as well. And again, lastly, but what we touched on in the first fix is vegetables. They are just kind of overlooked because everyone's talking about protein right now, which is fabulous. It's our hero nutrient. But vegetables for midlife women like you and I are just amazing. So what happens is this combo of these three wonderful nutrients feeds the good bacteria in your gut, and it makes it want to have more of it. All right. And it suppresses the bad, the more I say bad, but the gut bacteria in that literally is desperate for your junk foods, because that's what it's literally trained to do. So you're having to override your gut, sending a message to your brain saying, yay, give me some junk. Okay. So again, do these things, and it's not overnight. All right. It's not, you're not gonna, you will feel different. You will feel literally by the evening, 2-3 days down, you're gonna feel so different. But after you practice doing this, and this is with me telling you not to take anything out, not to change anything else, but just to add in. Science shows us that even 3 days, yes, like I said, amazing. 6 months down the line, you will, honest to God, be absolutely stoked that you took that time to take care of yourself in midlife by doing this, because you will not believe the results. I'm 54 now, and I have more energy than I have ever had. And as a recovered binger, stress eater, and like sugary, carby dependent person that I was for decades, I wish that I had known these things. Forget midlife, but at all, because really they are such an incredible tool to just get rid of cravings and get rid of bloat. It's amazing. And as I said, I know that this is not a sexy thing, constant gut support is not like, oh, it's such a sexy thing. Let's take a pill. But my God, ladies, it is so, so powerful. I hope, I'm really going on that list, but I hope you really take that away with you. So what I want you to start doing today is start your meals with veggies and protein. Never have a sugary breakfast. Make it protein based and add the omega-3s, even if it's a sprinkle of like chia seeds on everything 3 times a day. And darlings, please ditch the guilt. All right. You've got to start tuning into how your body feels, after eating. Just learn to trust yourself again, not the diet industry. And lastly, I want you to remember this: never, ever, ever eat sugar on an empty stomach. All right. You are just asking for trouble. You're asking for bloat. You're asking for so many negative things. All right. It's totally toxic. I'm not saying don't eat sugar. I'm saying have it after your meal, or have it with something like veggies and a bit of protein for the reasons that I've explained here. And darlings, if you want that personalized plan to balance your hormones, beat that belly bloat and feel like you again, I've got you. Just simply click the link below. You'll have my 1-hour training. This is simply 1 hour of your life, right? To get a complete walkthrough with steps that you can start immediately, because I pull back the curtain on everything you need to know to become strong, healthy, informed, and dare I say it, darlings, excited for the next life transition that life brings us, even with a full-time job and a family to raise and all the business that you've got going on. So do click that description and access my midlife reset training totally free. Darlings, I want you to know you are not broken. This isn't aging, it's hormones. And who cares about aging? We're going to age so well, darlings. Your body is asking for support, not punishment. And, thankfully, we're not our mother or our grandmother's generation. We don't need to accept outdated, oppressive notions that this is something to hide or wish. I'm very passionate, but this has really helped, me. I want us all to be seen and give you hope, right? That this is the most beautiful. Like, I feel so good now. My clients feel so good, and you can too. Anyway, if this will help other women who are feeling, ashamed and hiding privately with their own pains from this part of our life, please do pass this video on, subscribe to the channel. All right. And if you need personalized help, of course, darlings, please do contact me, book a call, and we'll go through and I can help you. All right, sweeties, I'll see you in the next video. Be strong. You've got this, and you are beautiful. See you next time.